Welcome to a Business Minute with Lily Lopez, presented by the South Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Today, I am honored and privileged to have next to me one of the most important and dynamic women, not only of South Florida, but nationally. She is Aida Levitan, and she's to me like a mentor because she's always been very supportive, and I really want to thank you personally, Aida, for
You're
always
very
supporting me, for always nominating me for awards. And usually you don't get that much support from women. Nowadays you do,
Yeah.
but not many years ago. And you have always been one of my number one fans, and I am one of your fans as well for everything that you've done. And now we're going to talk to you about U.S. Century. You are the first woman chairman of the board of a bank. Is this at the national level?
Well, right now I'm the only Cuban American woman chair of the board of a community bank, and this is a commercial community bank, I think in the United States, so that's quite an honor and a privilege.
Yes, it is, and you so very well deserve it. I know that I serve on the board with you of FACE, Facts About Cuban Exiles, and I will say one thing, no offense, but when this lady was the chairperson, that organization was major. And now that she's not the chairperson, we don't hear that much about it. So I think we need you back. But I don't think you want to do that because you're involved in so many causes and Artes Miami. And I mean, this lady is she's just wonderful. She established her own firm maybe like 30 years ago with Sanchez and Levitan, one of the largest publicity and marketing companies. So you're really una institución, like Cubans will say, in Miami. And I always say that to everybody. But now I want to hear about U.S. Century. How is your chairmanship going? How is the bank doing? I know U.S. Century is a very, very important bank, member of the chamber that has been always very supportive since day one. Right. So tell me about your role, how you see it, the rating of the bank, and just the mic is yours now.
Well, U.S. Century Bank, I'm very proud to serve with fantastic bankers, very professional. But one of the things that really is notable about the bank is that the bank has grown tremendously in the last 4 years. Right. And we have been profitable every single quarter in the last 4 years. And the bank is now $1.6 billion
with a B
in assets. With 11 branches in South Florida, 180 plus of the best professionals, people like our CEO and President Luis de la Aguilera, with an average 35 years of experience in banking, Marta Guerra Catu, and many other fantastic bankers, which has led to our having a 5-star rating from Bauer, which is the highest that any bank can have.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That has happened under your leadership, I am sure.
Well, I think Luis and the bankers have had more to do with that
exactly.
than me.
But it's the whole group. It's a whole team.
Yes.
And I know Luis and I know Marta, and they're absolutely fantastic. So Aida, tell me more about what happened during the pandemic. How was U.S. Century able to hold, and what were the challenges and everything that you all were doing for the small businesses and for the community in general?
I think the pandemic showed precisely the importance of a commercial community bank. We had bankers work all the way into the night so that they could provide PPP loans to small businesses in our community who would have lost their shirt had it not been for the fact that these bankers worked very hard to bring them these loans. And also, the jobs that they saved, we estimate approximately 25,000 jobs in South Florida were saved thanks to U.S. Century Bank.
That's amazing. So yes. Thank you so much, Aida, for your valuable time. And here we are with Lou Esquerdo, who runs the SBA department for all of U.S. Century Bank. She has over 21 years of experience in banking and in SBA lending. So it is a pleasure to have her here today on a Business Minute with Lily Lopez. She's going to tell me what is a typical day for you as head of that important department in U.S. Century Bank. Because I know that U.S. Century Bank has all of its customers that are small businesses, right, primarily?
Yes, absolutely.
I know that because U.S. Century has been a member of our chamber for so many years, and I know that they are really there for the small businesses. So tell me what is a typical day for Lou at U.S. Century Bank?
So like Aida just mentioned, right, as part of the whole PPP project, U.S. Century really rolled up their sleeves, everyone in our team, you know, from all of the lending assistants to the lenders to the BDOs, our board, everyone rolled up their sleeves to really make sure that we were reaching out to the community, assisting them in these times of hardship. So during the first round, we did over 1,600 files of PPP loans. And this last round, we did about another 800. So
Right.
in total, we've done about 170 million in PPP loans. and
Because I
it's-
know that the personal relationship with small banks, with the customers, is really always, in a way, better than bigger banks because you have that personal contact. Because I
Yes.
remember my father-in-law, may he rest in peace, he would always say, "Oh, because my banker." So the banker was like a member of the family already.
That's exactly
because
right.
it's small. It's a small business, it's a community bank. So that gives you an advantage. So that's my next question. So how do you compare with other banks with regard to the SBA program and all the lending that you've done?
Sure. So because we are a community bank, we really foster relationships.
Of course.
It is extremely important to not only have the banking relationship, but also all of that relationship, meaning, how do we guide you? How do we provide products that are going to assist your business in expanding? So during the PPP program, we established so many relationships and everyone was so grateful that we actually delivered. There's a lot of banks were saying, we're going to deliver, but never did. So that's something that we as a team did very well. And moving forward, now we're a year, right, from this time, all of these relationships are now bringing their accounts to us and their business to us because they know that we have that one-on-one relationship with the clients, which is not normal nowadays.
Exactly. Nowadays, everything's automated. It's a computer, it's a phone, a voice, a recording, and I know that U.S. Entry is the one-on-one.
It's a one-on-one, and not only that, we really want to make sure that we understand the business.
Right.
How can we not only help you with this one transaction, but how can we, grow and help your business continue to expand?
Exactly.
So we have a number of products under the program.
Right.
We've got the SBA 7A program, which is a niche product, and we've got the 504 product.
And what are the difference of those?
So the 7A is, you asked what makes us different.
Right.
That's definitely our competitive advantage because under the 7A program, we're able to lend up to $5 million to any of our small business owners.
Right.
And nowadays, the SBA is offering a 90% guarantee to lenders, and there is no SBA guarantee fee to the borrower, which is a huge advantage. It's huge. I mean, we're talking 3 to 3.5% savings on every transaction that the client is now saving.
That's a lot of money.
Yes, it is.
That's
It
a lot of
sure
money.
is. Aside from that, because of the CARES Act, the small business owner now receives about up to $9,000 for the first 3 months from the SBA to help them continue to offer jobs, to be able to cover their overhead, their expenses, and continue to keep their business established and growing. So there have been a number of benefits, and actually during this pandemic year, we were the only bank in South Florida to obtain delegated authority.
Could you explain what delegated authority
Yes,
is? And I'm
I
very
sure
proud of that,
will.
and congratulations. Congrats on
Delegated
that.
authority is basically we are able to approve and lend SBA guaranteed funds to small business owners. And
And you were the only.
we were the only bank in South Florida to obtain this designation because we never stopped helping the community, not only through PPP, but through our standard products, commercial lending, SBA 7A, and SBA 504. So that is one of the main advantages that we have, and we do it very well. I mean, it is a niche.
And that's your specialty, right?
It is
I
our
read about
specialty.
that. Yeah, that's
It is.
your
It is, and
specialty.
not many banks know how to think outside the box, how to look at a business that has been established for 10 years and say, oh my goodness, 2020 was a terrible year. Can we still help this small business owner stay alive and continue to grow and expand? And the answer is yes.
Right.
And
And
we-
now is it still growing, the loans, the SBA loans, after the pandemic, post-pandemic? You still have a lot of businesses applying for those loans?
Absolutely. We started the SBA program in 2019.
Okay.
And at that time, that first year, we were about number 8 as far as community banks lending in Miami-Dade and Broward.
Okay.
In 2020, we were number 3. And right now, in the first quarter of 2021, we are number 1 in
That's
SBA
fabulous.
7A lending.
Congratulations.
Yeah. No, it's
that's amazing.
it has been amazing.
And it's a team effort and everything under the leadership also of your president,
Absolutely.
Aida Levitan.
Absolutely.
chair-
Without Luis de
chair
la
and Luis de
Aguilera,
Aguilera,
without
Aida,
the board,
everyone,
it's not
everyone.
possible. You really have to understand and support the program in order to expand in this way.
Wow.
And honestly, Marta, Nick
Marta,
Basso, Luis, Aida, the board, it has happened because of their support and their leadership that this program has grown the way it has.
As I close, I just want to congratulate you. I want to congratulate everybody, all the staff at U.S. Century, the leadership, because this is really great news. I didn't know that it was number one. You were number one. So you should feel so very proud.
Yeah.
And our community is very proud of U.S. Century Bank.
Thank you,
So
Lenny.
thank you.
We
Thank
appreciate
all.
you and your
Yes,
support.
Thank you so very much. And we'll see you next week at the same time. Thank you for tuning in to A Business Minute with Lily Lopez. Thank you.